Mike Bond of USA Today Sports here in Rotterdam, standing next to UFC lightweight Reza Madadi, who fights Jan Cabral this Sunday at UFC Fight Night 87. First of all, just how does this fight feel going into it compared to the last one, coming off the long layoff? Do you feel kind of more prepared going into this fight?
Of course, I was really good prepared for my last fight too, but I was gone 2.5 years, and just look at John Jones. I don't want to compare myself to anybody else. He's a great athlete, and we are not in the same level, but still is taking a lot of energy, a lot of focus on you. But now I'm back on the track and feel really good. Have a great camp and have great coaches around me. So yeah, let's see.
And what was the difficult thing for that? Because not everyone's dominant crews can come back. Like ring rust in the sport seems like a very real thing. So when you're in there, was it just difficult pulling the trigger, or was it just trying to get your feet underneath you? What was the issues you were kind of feeling in there?
I don't know. I can, like UFC say, this sport is as real as it can get, or something like that. I mean, all respect for my last opponent, his name?
Norman Park.
Norman Park, yeah. But honestly, it was not that he did a lot of things or he dominated the fight totally. I mean, if maybe it was in Sweden, it's going to be, the victory going to be mine. But anyway, we don't talk, the past is past. But it was just difficult to get that feeling I always had.
And do you feel like the expectations were also very high for that fight, considering, all the tension at the weigh-in? People were, saying this is definitely fight of the night, all that stuff. Maybe the bar was set a little too high for you guys?
Yeah, of course, because I know people told Norman, and people told me they think it's so easy just go in and knock out your opponent and then go home. It's not that easy, because all of us are highest athlete you can find at the planet, and we train hard, we do everything right, and it's just difficult to get there and dominate somebody else, do exactly same work, maybe harder than you. So we do our best and then see what's happening. So
yeah, and it's interesting now because he's obviously out of the organization fighting elsewhere. You have your next fight coming up on Sunday. What was your reaction when they offered you the fight with Jan Cabral? Was this the matchup that you like?
Yeah, for me, everybody in UFC, everybody, especially in this division, 155, they are so tough. I mean, you cannot find any easy opponent. And I knew Jan Cabral we had a fight in the same, it was maybe Super Challenge, or so we know each other. And okay. I know he's a really good guy, really good athlete. So just for me was like, just accept the fight. And
yeah. And what do you make of, obviously his submission game is, has the most submissions on his record of any other kind of win. How do you see that posing a challenge for you? Do you feel like you have the right tools to kind of shut down his grappling game?
This is not the BJJ tournament. This is UFC. And we don't use, what do you call it? Gi kimono or gi. Yeah, we don't have a gi. We punch each other in the face. Like I think the legendary Joe Rogan said, after one punch, you are not more a black belt. You are always. I love jiu-jitsu. I train every day. I love Brazilian culture. I really like jiu-jitsu, and it's one of my strong parts in my game is jiu-jitsu. So don't get me wrong, but I mean, he's good in BJJ, and it's something totally different. And we fight in MMA. So I have such a respect for all my opponents, how they train, what they do, and in the same time, my concentration is on my own game. Mm-hmm. What I'm gonna do, what I'm want to do. Yeah.
And you mentioned it was a couple years before the last fight, and then it didn't go your way. How hungry are you just for that feeling of victory to get your hand raised? Is that something you visualize a lot and that you're craving going into this fight?
Believe me, I'm hungry every day to be best, for victory, and I mean, to just get there and show what I'm prepared to do, or what I train for. Believe me, I'm more hungry than ever, and I'm so cool. So, I mean, we're gonna see on Sunday.
You're just ready to get in the cage and do your work.
Yeah, excited. Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the time. It's great catching up with you, and best of luck.
Thank you.